according to Article 187, a group of members, at least to the lowest threshold, tomorrow at the start of the debate on the mobility package will be tabling a prejudicial issue on receivability of the two following reports. The one on the draft directive of Council and Commission, which amends the 2006 regulation amending the fix, and this on related to 9671 in the sector of road transport, the Kilonen report. The second report is the draft regulation on the proposal of Parliament and Council, which amends the Regulation 561 of 2006 on minimum requirements for maximum number of weekly and daily driving time and the rest time, and this is Regulation 165/2014 on the positioning through the use of these meters, the Van de Kamp report. So this will be a point that will be raised tomorrow at the start of this debate on the mobility package. This is preliminary proposal as to the receivability of these two proposals according to Article 187.
Passiamo ora.
Right, this now makes us move on to the vote. I'd like to start with the Regner report, request for the waiver of the immunity of Bjorn Doorman. In favour? Against? Abstentions? Approved. This representative DDA report, representative action for the protection of the collective interests of consumer. Roll call vote. Vote is open.
Il voto è chiuso.
The vote is closed. This is approved. The first reading is therefore concluded. Congratulations to the rapporteur. This brings us to the Preda report, the protocol for the EU-Israel Euro-Mediterranean Agreement, accession of Croatia. This is a roll call vote. The vote is open.
Il voto è chiuso.
The vote is closed. This is approved. Congratulations to the rapporteur. The McAllister report, the EU-Uzbekistan Comprehensive Agreement. I have received no written opposition to this recommendation. Therefore, in accordance to Article 113.6, I declare this recommendation approved. Congratulations, Honourable Member McAllister. The Ulskog report, discontinuing seasonal changes of time, tabled on a proposal on the basis of the Commission proposal, amendments 33-34. Who's in favour? Who's against? Abstentions? Would you like a check, please? Go ahead.
Il voto è chiuso.
Vote is closed. The proposal has been rejected. So this brings me to the Legislative Act, the amendments. Let's vote this in block. Who's in favour? Who's against? Abstentions? Approved. The roll call vote on the entire proposal. The vote is now open. Vote is closed. So this text is approved. Congratulations to the rapporteur. The Buzik report on common rules for the internal market in electricity. Let's vote on the provisional agreement. The vote is now open. Roll call vote. The vote is closed. This has been approved. The Commission statement. Amendment 201. Who's in favour? Who's against? Abstentions? Approved. First reading, therefore, is concluded. The Buzek report, Internal Market for Electricity. Provisional Agreement, Amendment 187. Roll call vote.
Voto è chiuso.
The vote is closed. The text is approved. The Commission statement 188. Who's in favour? Who's against? Abstentions? Approved. First reading in Parliament is now concluded. The Pedersen report. European Union Agency for the Cooperation of Energy Regulators. A provisional agreement. Amendment 91. Roll call vote. The vote is closed. Approved. Congratulations to the rapporteur. First reading of Parliament is now concluded. Zanonato, risk preparedness in the electricity sector. Provisional agreement, Amendment 63. Roll call vote. The vote is closed. The text is approved. First reading for the Parliament is now closed. Congratulations to Mr. Zanonato. The Boni report, labelling of tyres with respect to fuel efficiency and other essential parameters. Amendments by the committee. Who's in favour? Who's against? Abstentions? Approved. Amendment of the responsible committee 11. Who's in favour? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. 36. Who's in favour? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. 39. Roll call vote. The vote is now open. The vote is closed. Approved. 41. Split. First part. Who's in favour? Against? Abstentions? Approved. Second part. Who's in favour? Against? Abstentions? Let's check. The vote is closed. Rejected. 53 by the committee. Who's in favour? Against? Abstentions? Approved. Article 3, Amendment 62. Roll call vote. The vote is open. The vote is closed. The text is rejected. 21. Roll call vote. Vote is open. The vote is closed. This is approved. So 63 falls. Let's vote on 22D. Roll call vote. The vote is closed. The text approved. 64 falls. Article 5 in 2 parts. Amendment 58. First part. Who's in favour? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. Who's in favour of the second part? Approved. Article 6, paragraph 2, 29D. Who's in favour? Against? Abstentions? Approved. 65 falls. Amendment 31. Who's in favour? Against? Abstentions? Let's check. The vote is closed. This is approved. 66 falls. 67. Roll call vote. The vote is closed. And this is rejected. 68. Amendment 68. Roll call vote, and it's split in 3 parts. Vote is open. Closed. Rejected. Second part. Vote is open. Closed. Rejected. Third part. Vote is open. The vote is closed. Rejected. Amendment 69. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. Amendment 70. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. Amendment 71. Roll call vote. Vote is open. Closed. Rejected. Amendment 72. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. Let's vote on Amendment 43. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Approved. 74. Who's in favor? Do you want to check 43? Okay, well, let's go ahead and vote on Amendment 43 again. Roll call vote. Closed. Approved. Amendment 74. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. 46 in favor. Against? Abstentions? Approved. 75. Roll call vote. The vote is open.
Voto è chiuso.
Vote is closed. Rejected. 49. We vote on that. The roll call vote. The vote is open. Sorry, there was a mistake here. It's not a roll call vote, so it's just a show of hands. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Approved. 73. Roll call vote. Vote is closed. Rejected. 59. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. 60. Roll call vote. Vote is open. Vote is closed. Rejected. 13. First part. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Approved. Second part. Who's in favor? Against? Abstentions? Rejected. So 61 falls. So the final vote by roll call vote, please. The vote is open.
Il voto è chiuso.
The vote is now closed. The text is approved. The first reading of the Parliament is concluded. Congratulations to Mr. Boney.
Prego.
Zur Geschäftsordnung, Herr Präsident, ich berufe mich auf Artikel 115.
A point of order, Article 115, about having the maximum amount of transparency here. Since the 11th of February, we've had new rules on transparency. Yesterday evening, as the session was opened, there were some meetings with lobbyists, as far as I understand. I think to have this during a session, to have meetings with lobbyists and not have journalists, I think this is a concern. We had people from civil society who came, who wanted to meet with us. I don't think we can accept that people who come to us are labelled as paid demonstrators. I just want to make that public.
Hanno fatto un pubblico appello ieri.
Yes, there was a public appeal last night and this morning. That is not to interfere in the work of the members of Parliament. So let's move on to the Voss report, copyright in the digital single market. Though the first one is proposed to reject the Commission proposal. This is a roll call vote. The vote is now open.
Il voto è chiuso.
The vote is now closed. So this is rejected. This proposal is rejected.
C'è una mozione di 38 deputati.
I'd like to give the floor to Mr. Regner on the part of a motion of 38 members.
Thank you very much, President. I speak on behalf of the 38 plus members. First of all, a big thank you to everybody who has worked so hard on protecting artists and creatives. Unfortunately, the directive requires further adjustments. Last week, the rapporteur's own national party publicly announced that the directive, as it stands, is unclear on upload filters. They said that they will avoid upload filters in Germany's implementation. 200,000 people went on the streets. 5 million signed the petition. So, dear colleagues, let me recall that the title of the directive is Copyright in the Digital Single Market. It's our duty to fix issues of great concern at European level and not in the national legislation. For this reason, I ask you to support, to open the directive to the amendments and request to vote on these amendments that so many of us have signed.
Il relatore vuole intervenire.
The rapporteur, would you like to take the floor? Or if not, we can continue with the vote. Good. So I'd like to put Mrs. Regner's proposal to the vote. The roll call vote. The vote is now open.
Ripeto, la proposta
Mrs. Regner's proposal, which is to vote on the amendments before the actual agreement.
È chiaro per cosa stiamo votando?
I hope it's clear. What are we voting on? There seemed to be some confusion in the groups as to what we're voting on. Have you all voted? Thank you. The vote is now closed. This proposal has been rejected. So that brings us to the agreement, the provisional agreement. A roll call vote. The vote is now open.